Hello. In this lesson, we look at dividing fractions. The first question that I'm asking you, if you have a number of pizzas, say you got three pizzas, you want to see how many half pizzas are there. So in three pizzas, how many half pizzas do we have? And apparently the answer is six. There are six half a pizza in three pizzas. So what happened? So we basically multiplied 3 by 2 to get to 6. But you know the proper way of knowing how many times a given value goes into another number is dividing. So we should have been dividing 3 by half. 3 by half. It's like saying that how many pairs of chocolates in 10 chocolates, and because each pair is 2, we need to divide 10 by 2. And that's the same question. How many half a pizza in 3 pizzas? We need to divide 3 by half, but we already know the answer is 6, which is the same as 3 times 2. So what this tells us, dividing by half is the same as timesing by 2. But remember, 2 is the same as 2 over 1. We already said that any whole number can be written in the form of fraction with 1 in the denominator and the whole number itself at the numerator. So when dividing by 1 over 2, we multiply by 2 or 2 over 1. Okay. Now, 2 over 1 is called the reciprocal of 1 on 2. So to find the reciprocal of a fraction, you need to switch the top and the bottom. You need to flip them, fraction. For example, if we want to find the reciprocal of 2 on 3, we are going to flip 3. We're going to switch 3 and 2. So 3 is going to be on the top and 2 is going to be at the bottom. So the reciprocal of 2/3 is 3 on 2. So then, based on what we discussed before, when dividing fraction, we need to multiply the first fraction by the reciprocal of the second fraction. For example, if they ask me to divide 3/4 by 5 on 7, what I'm going to do, I'm going to find the reciprocal of that, which I get it by flipping that to get 7 on 5, and then times it by 3/4. So 3/4 times 7 on 5. Now 3 times 7 is 21, 4 times 5 is 20. So 21 on 20. Another example, divide 6 by 5 on 4. Remember, a whole number can be turned into a fraction by writing it over 1. So I can write 6 as 6 over 1 divided by 5 on 4. And we said when dividing fraction, keep the first fraction and change division to multiplication and flip the second fraction. So it's 5 on 4 comes 4 on 5. Now we times them. 6 times 4, 24 at the top. 1 times 5, 5 in the denominator. Now, what if we had mixed numerals? If we had mixed numerals, we need to change them into improper fractions. For example, 3 and 2/7 divided by 5 and 1 on 2. First, I change each of them into a mixed numeral. So we do 3 times 7, 21, plus 2, 23. So that goes in the numerator, and the denominator stays the same. The same with 5 and 1 on 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1, 11, and 11 on 2. Now, rather than dividing these two, we are going to divide their improper fractions. So Then comes 23 on 7, which is the same as this, divided by 11 on 2, which is the same as this. Okay, again, the first fraction, keep it, change the division into times, and flip the second fraction. So 2 goes at the top and 11 at the bottom. 7 times 11 is 77, 23 times 2 is 46. And remember, whenever possible, you got to simplify your answer. You got to find the number that goes into both of them and divide by that. That is all for this lesson. Thank you for your attention.